Welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing another review, and this review is the ORKA Reflex iron. So today, the ORKA Reflex iron is what we're going to be reviewing, and it's been a while since I've done an ORKA review, so I'm going to start doing them again. And today it's the ORKA Reflex iron. Now this is ORKA's, how would you say, power iron, I suppose you could describe it as. It's probably their best-selling iron, or one of their best-selling irons. It is their power iron, and I say that loosely because it's only 34 degrees of loft. It's not your 27, it's not 30.5, it's 34 degrees of loft. It has a 1020 forged heat treated face, so it gives you, supposed to give you a really soft feel. It has a hollow head design, so in there it's all hollow behind it, but what it hasn't got is any speed injection foam, any microspheres or any builder's expanding foam in behind there. It's completely hollow faced. And the idea behind that is it's supposed to give you better ball speed off the face. Well, we'll test that in the simulator. Looks wise, the top line itself, pretty thick. It's not the thickest I've seen, but it's pretty thick compared to like the RS10 certainly. But the sole itself for a game improvement club isn't massively thick, whereas some of them you can get like just so big a sole. So with this 7 iron, so you cannot see the back of the club when you look when you're looking down at the ball, which is always something I like. I don't like being able to see something behind because it just puts me off. The shaft we're going to test it with today is the KBS Tour C-Taper 120 stiff. I like a nice heavy shaft, so this will be going into it. I normally do the NH9 Pro, but I've grown out of that a little bit, so we're going to start using this shaft for the ORKA reviews. So what am I expecting on this? Well, it's 34 degrees of loft, so it's exactly the same as my RS10 CBs because I had them strengthened a couple of degrees. So 155, 160, I would guess somewhere I'd be getting with these. But like I say in all my reviews, what I get is completely irrelevant. This is all about you. All you need to get from this is how it sounds, how it looks, and how it feels, or my opinion of it, certainly. So let's get in the simulator, let's hit a few shots, let's see what numbers we get. Right then, so the ball I'm going to use is the Strixon Z-Star, like I use in all my reviews. We're going to have half a dozen shots with this, and see what sort of numbers we get and what it feels and sounds like. So let's get down, let's hit some balls with the ORKA Reflex iron. Good first hit, nice little draw. First impression, felt soft off the face, but it was a little bit, it felt a little bit clicky. Yeah, but otherwise, good launch, down a little bit. 167, I think that's down to the spin now. But good distance and a good shape, I like that shape. And we'll finish on that. Bit launchy, but distance wise, very surprised. I mean, I had one bad shocker out here, but dispersion wise, I can certainly control it. Great little club. Feel off the face, it feels soft. For me, it's a little bit clicky, and I think that might be the hollow head. So when you hit it, you just get that little click in the background. Don't particularly like it myself, but you know, each to their own. Down at address, you know, it's like any other game improvement iron really. Quite large, not my sort of thing, but it's definitely going to aid forgiveness, and it's going to give you the confidence behind the ball, which is what this club's designed to do. But one thing it will do is get the ball out there, and with a decent strike, you're going to get the spin and the launch and the distance. So let's look at the numbers then. Averages, I mean, there's a couple of low ones, but like anything, it's all to do with strike. Like this one here is perfect spin, maybe a little bit too high launching, but for 22.9 as an average, it's perfect for me for launch. Spin at 5.1, add sort of 3 to 500 to that because I'm off a mat. It's near enough 6, you know, with some decent ball striking, that's going to get there. Carry 166, which is arguably 8 yards further than I was expecting it to be. But all in all, this is a very good and a very forgiving iron. In conclusion then, the ORKA Reflex iron, what do I think? Off the face it sounds great, a little bit clicky for me, but the feel off the face is like any forged club I've hit really. It's just that click that I hear makes it not feel as soft, if that makes sense. I think a lot of feel with clubs is what you hear, but what I feel through my hands is no different to what I really feel with my RS10s, to be perfectly honest, for the softness. It's just that click in the background, I don't particularly like it. But as for forgiveness, I found it to be quite forgiving out there. I hit one out the toe. Yes, it went a bit left, but you know, it didn't. That's down to my launch conditions and my face angles and face to paths and everything like that. But off-centre strikes, which there was a couple, they seem to go fairly straight, which is what you want a club like this to do. Distance-wise, it's out there with anything. You know, I tested the Maverick the other day, the Maverick Pro, which is 4 degrees or 3.5 degrees stronger. Arguably longer than that, this is, and it's, you know, it's a weaker loft. Make of that what you will. Different day, different swing, different, you know, parameters, but it's out there with the big boys that have got stronger lofted clubs. So if you're in the market for a new set of irons and you're around sort of mid-handicap level, be 15 to 15 upwards, and you want to get down, then, you know, give it a try. And or even if you're low handicap and you just want a little bit of forgiveness, then, you know, these are good. They're going to get it out there. The dispersion I got was pretty damn good for me. So that's the review of the ORKA Reflex irons. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have questions about ORKA, then drop me a DM or a PM on Instagram or Twitter. My handles are down the bottom. We are ORKA Fitter down here in Plymouth, so if you're in the southwest, come on down and have a fit-in. Fit-in costs you nothing with us. It's just my time, basically, and time costs nothing. So come down, have a free fit-in, try ORKA out yourself. You've got nothing to lose, no obligation to buy, just try them out. But I've been Lee Whittaker. Drop a subscribe down below, ring that bell, give us a comment and a like. It'd be really appreciated, and I'll see you all again on the next video.